Ha! Hey everyone, Hassan here. Welcome to the world of Ha. Today I have another Power Rangers review for you. We have something from Power Rangers Dino Fury. Can you believe it? Oh man, it's been so long since we've had new Dino Fury toys. Hasbro, I don't know what you're doing. You know, like, this is your current show. This is the current season, and there's barely any toys. Like, I get it, but I don't get it. And it makes me lose hype, to be honest, sometimes, you know, especially during a hiatus. You know, when there's no new episodes, what I would look forward to are the toys. And we have not gotten new toys in a long time. But finally that drought is ending. We have these new figures. We have these Zords that are, you know, going to be popping up shortly. I have them pre-ordered. There's a few new things finally coming out, and I'm very excited about it. So, we have the basic action figure line. We have the Gold Ranger and Void Knight figures. I found these at my local Target, so keep an eye out on your Target stores. If you don't remember, the first wave had a few different figures. So we have our Dino Fury Red Ranger right here. We have the Dino Fury Pink Ranger as well. And we have the Dino Fury Blue Ranger right here. Plus Boom Tower. So we have one villain and 3 Rangers. So the next wave, you would think would be Black and Green Rangers. Nope, it's Gold Ranger and Void Knight. Gold Ranger hasn't even debuted on the show yet, as of the recording of this video. Very odd decision. I think here's what's happening. So one, we know that we are getting action figures of them. There is a 5-pack that is an Amazon exclusive that will have these 3 Rangers, red, pink, and blue, along with black and green. So if you want the 5 Rangers, not gold, but the 5, you know, Rangers, you can get that Amazon pack. Now, black and green, I did reach out to Hasbro, and they confirmed black and green will get released individually next year. At least that is the plan. So if you don't want the 5 team pack, maybe you already got these 3 Rangers, you can get black and green next year. However, the Amazon pack has their Chroma Fury sabers, like the main saber from the show, whereas the individual releases do not. Very odd decision. The individual releases have, like, made-up weapons, basically, for each Ranger, but they don't have the Chroma Fury sabers. So if you want the sabers, you gotta buy the team pack. So if you don't have any of the figures yet, then I would probably suggest the team pack so you get their sabers, unless you want their, like, toy-exclusive made-up weapons. You have that as well. Anyways, long story short, you know, black and green will be coming. But for now, we have Gold and Void Knight. So here they are. So let's take a quick look at the packaging since it's been a while. And then we'll open them up. We'll use the included keys with the Dino Fury Morpher. So we will try that as well. And here they are. So this is the Gold Ranger figure. And it does come with a key there. So it looks like the weapons that he has are actually his own weapons. So unlike with the other Rangers, you don't get some exclusive made-up weapon for the Gold Ranger. He comes with his own weapons from the show. Which I guess makes sense because there's not going to be a separate pack like the team pack that has, you know, Chroma Fury sabers or whatever. So this has got his own weapons there. So, doesn't look like, at least as of yet, that he's getting his own Morpher toy. Maybe that'll come later, or maybe they just won't release it. Who knows with Hasbro now. But at least this key does work with the Dino Fury Morpher. And then we have Void Knight. Awesome design in the show. I love that suit. And the toy looks pretty good. Obviously, what you'll notice is a good amount of paint missing. But there's still a good amount of detail. So, you know, it does look a little weird without some of the paint. I mean, you can already see all the silver accents there, whereas just a giant chunk of purple. So it looks a little weird, but, you know, we'll take a look up close and see how he is. Now, he actually does have his little sword there, which I don't think, is that the Chroma, I don't think it's exactly the Chroma Fury saber. I think it's a slightly different version with, like, the jagged edges and stuff. And he has a key included as well. So there you go. He does come with a shield too. So we'll take a look at that. So yeah, I'm excited to finally have some new Dino Fury toys. So without further ado, let's get these open and take a look. All right, here they are out of the packaging. Let's take a look at these figures up close. We're going to start with the Gold Ranger. So let's move Void Knight out of the way. Here is the Gold Ranger. Now, has not debuted on the show yet, but we know it's been officially revealed. Jordan Fite as Ion, the Gold Ranger. Now, I have not watched Ryusoulger, so I don't know if he has his own Morpher or not, in terms of if this is the actual Morpher or if he uses the same Morpher. What I do notice on here is that the Gold Ranger has a Morpher on his arm here. So maybe that's a thing from Ryusoulger, maybe not. You guys can let me know in the comment section below. Maybe in Dino Fury he'll just use the same Morpher. Who knows? But either way, just thought, I'd mention that. Let's take an up-close look at the figure. So the helmet, I love the color scheme, the gold and blue. I think it's a really cool looking color scheme. It's a cool looking suit, and I think the helmet looks great. They got a nice blend of the gold and blue. I just think it looks really cool the way they did that. The figure itself, overall, I think is pretty good. So they, for the gold here on the suit, it doesn't have a shine to it. Like the helmet has a little bit of a shine to it, right? Whereas this, they just kind of use that kind of color plastic, but they didn't really add any metallicness to it, any shine to that. So, would have been nice to have that same kind of gold up here down for the rest of the figure. But I will say it's not bad. It's not like the butterscotch of the Bandai days, So it's not bad. It's not like, whoa, amazing, but it's not bad. Not too bad. But they did use some nice shiny silver throughout the figure, so there's that. And the blue that they used also has a nice shine to it. I do appreciate that. I think that's a really nice blue color there. Even this part here is kind of metallic-y as well, which is really nice. So I do appreciate that they did do that versus just taking the blue from the Blue Ranger here. It's clearly different, which is great to see. So yeah, so that's the Gold Ranger, and then his accessories. He has that one there, and this blaster here. So there you go. Now, as far as articulation goes, then let's take these out. These figures actually are pretty decent, for their price point and everything. The articulation they have is pretty good overall. So the helmet does rotate up and down. It's on a ball joint, so you can, move it however you want. Arm rotates, moves upward, and then you have a single joint at the elbow. However, this entire half of the arm can rotate around, which is pretty nice. And that's it. The hand does not rotate or anything, but still pretty decent. Legs can move apart quite a bit. Don't really go back, but they do go forward. Single joint there, and again, this whole bottom part rotates, but the foot or anything itself doesn't. So overall, not too bad. If the feet were able to rotate or something, that would kind of help a little bit with stability of posing it. But even here, you can still get a few decent poses where he'll stand on his own. So overall, pretty solid articulation, detail, paint, all that good stuff on the Gold Ranger figure. So there he is, Gold Ranger. We'll get to the keys at the end. I'm going to focus on the figures first. So here is Void Knight. Really, really cool design. I do love the design of this character. Even when I had not watched Ryusoulger, I watched like 2 episodes. That doesn't really count. But I saw like pictures of this suit and everything. I was like, okay, this is sick. I'd want toys of this, and now we finally are getting them. It does make me wish for a Lightning Collection version with the like the full paint and everything, because it definitely does look a bit odd, as you can see. However, I don't know. There's something about this that maybe it's just the detail and design of the armor that even without the all the paint that it has, it still looks pretty cool. So I am kind of digging it, and the fact that even though there's a lot of gray, there's just something about this color scheme of the gray and purple, both regular and then kind of like metallic versions, that works. So even though it's got just a lot of plain gray, it still looks cool in my opinion. It still actually works overall. So let's take an up close look. So here's the shield that he has right there. So this does have a kind of metallic purple and green there as well. So he can hold the shield like that. And here is his saber. I do like the kind of jaggedy edges right there. That's pretty cool. And then the figure itself, as you can see, so there's a couple instances where they used like a metallic paint. So this is like a nice silver in the helmet and then around the neck here. So it definitely shines a bit, which is cool. Then this is just plain purple plastic. There's no shine or anything to it there. This is all gray, pretty basic there. This purple though, and down on the legs, is like a metallic purple. So I guess they couldn't afford to do it in the entire upper body, but on the leg parts, it works well. And what's kind of interesting, what I think kind of works, is the fact that you have the metallic silver on regular purple, and the metallic purple on regular, I want to say regular silver, but it's basically gray, you know, so it like offers that nice contrast. So I think it kind of works overall. For the limited paint that they did use, you know, obviously it would be ideal to have more, but overall it's not too bad. Now, here's good news about this, because we've seen sometimes with villain rangers or figures in the past, they've had limited articulation in comparison to other rangers. So let's take a look at Void Knight, because overall it's pretty good. So the head does rotate. Now it will get stuck because of the collar there, so keep that in mind. Now the arm technically does rotate all the way around. It's just the chest piece, the chest armor, that gets in the way. Arm moves up, single joint there, and then this part of the arm rotates. Legs move apart quite a bit. This is nice and bendy, so that works there. Bends at the knee, and this part rotates. So he actually has the same articulation as a ranger, aside from obviously the armor just kind of hindering articulation a little bit, but not too much. Overall, pretty good. So yeah, I think pretty decent figure for the price point overall. All right, now with that being said, the other selling point of these action figures is the keys, the Dino Fury keys that you get with the Morpher. So let's take a look at the Gold Ranger key right here. So the way that these work, unlike the Japanese ones, if you aren't aware, these do not flip or transform or anything. These are not actually even show accurate. These are just one solid piece of plastic with a holographic foil sticker on the front, which admittedly sounded pretty lame. Now I will say I do like the sticker designs, and it is kind of nice to have the little foil there. So not as bad as I was expecting, but still not the greatest. So here it is right here. And what's interesting about the Rangers is they traditionally, like, they have this design on here that is maybe inspired by certain things potentially from Ryusoulger, but it's not an actual form that's been seen. So I don't know if this is something we'll end up seeing in Dino Fury or not. I'm thinking not, but you never know, because obviously this is what the Gold Ranger looks like. He doesn't have all that armor and stuff on, so that is very, very interesting. And the other side has your traditional Megazord head, so you can slot this into a Megazord in the future. Now the Megazord ones will actually have some swivel and movement with those keys, but this one in particular is just nice and solid. And you do have kind of this view as well, you know, as if you had the flip keys. And then these little pins will, you know, tell the Morpher which key is being inserted in. There you go. And then we have Void Knight right here. And so this one is definitely a lot closer to the actual character of Void Knight, because he is already kind of armored anyways. But that being said, there's a few extra little things, like the legs are slightly different. So I think some slight variations to Void Knight, maybe. It's not 100%, but overall, you know, close enough. He's got that sword there, kind of a green glow behind it. So very, very interesting. When you flip it around, very interesting design here. I haven't seen Ryusoldier, so I don't recognize this from anything. Maybe it's an original design for the toy, but it's kind of cool looking. And then you can turn it sideways, and you have that. So let's, grab the Dino Fury Morpher, sold separately, and that's the other selling point of the toys, is you can pop in the keys with the Dino Fury Morpher. So, very quick recap. The keys, they all standard sounds that these will play, but normally, you hear those sounds, right? Let's bring in the Red Ranger key. Alright, so when I rotate this, you're going to hear an exclusive music to the Red Ranger key. Alright, so that music is exclusive. Then this sound effect, the motion activated, is specific to that key, right? So bring in Blue Ranger, for example. Exclusive music. Okay. And now, sound effect. Okay. Pink Ranger. Exclusive music. And exclusive sound effect. Okay. And last but not least, we have Boom Tower as well. This is just a quick recap of these keys since it's been a while. Yep, that's the sound effect of the key. So that's the music. And then sound effect again. Apparently Boom Tower farts, I guess is what they're going for. So, now that we've level set on that, let's try the Gold Ranger key and see what happens. That's pretty cool. So that's a cool exclusive music to the Gold Ranger. And then we have the sound effect. That's pretty cool. I like that. And last but not least, Void Knight. Let's see how this goes. That's pretty cool, actually. Interesting sounds, interesting sounds. So there you have it. That is the, where's the on-off switch again? There it is. That is the sounds that the keys make in the Dino Fury Morpher. So, overall, you have the latest line of figures here. I think definitely worth looking into if you're a fan of Power Rangers Dino Fury. I kind of hope we get Lightning Collection figures of these eventually, which would be great, but even still without it, these are still pretty good figures overall. And as much as I'm not that big into the keys, I do like the fun little sound effects that they each provide. So at least you get something special for each key, and it's unique. So there's that. Anyways, let me know in the comment section below what you think as well. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, take care, and I will see you later.